Most men think breakups happen suddenly. One day everything feels normal, and the next day she tells you it's over. You're left standing there confused, asking yourself what went wrong. But the reality is very different. In most situations, the breakup actually starts long before that final conversation ever happens. It builds quietly in the background. And the hard truth is, most men don't notice the warning signs until it's already too late. By the time she finally decides to leave, she is already emotionally checked out. She may have spent weeks, sometimes even months, imagining her life without you. In her mind, the relationship has already ended. That's why it feels so sudden on your side. Today, we're going to go through the real reasons why women leave. Not the polite excuses, but the honest truths that most people don't talk about openly. Let's start with one of the biggest reasons: loss of respect. This is something that quietly destroys attraction faster than anything else. A woman can still care about you, even love you deeply, but once respect is gone, everything begins to fall apart. Respect fades when a man becomes passive, indecisive, overly reactive, or keeps making promises he never follows through on. Slowly, that strong image starts to weaken. You've probably heard phrases like, "it just doesn't feel the same anymore." But if you really look deeper, what actually happened is that respect slowly faded away. Attraction can survive arguments, it can survive stress, it can even survive difficult phases, but it almost never survives without respect. That's the truth most people avoid. Without respect, the relationship loses its foundation. So how do you avoid this? It comes down to consistency and integrity. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Keep your word, even to yourself. Respect isn't something you demand. It's something you earn through your actions over time. Small, consistent actions matter more than big promises that never get fulfilled. Next is emotional disconnection. Women often experience relationships through emotional closeness. If she feels like she can't talk to you, or every time she tries you become defensive or dismissive, she starts to feel alone. That feeling doesn't hit all at once. It builds slowly, creating distance that becomes harder to fix over time. This is where many men misunderstand things. They assume everything is fine as long as there are no big fights. But emotional distance doesn't always show up as conflict. Sometimes it shows up as silence. She stops sharing. She stops opening up. She stops trying. And that's when real disconnection begins, often without you even noticing. To prevent this, you need to be present, fully present. Listen to understand, not just to reply. Show genuine interest in what she feels and thinks. Ask questions. Make her feel heard. These simple actions build emotional safety and keep the connection alive. Another major reason is feeling unimportant. When a woman feels like she is always competing for your time and attention, resentment starts to grow. Work, friends, hobbies, or even your phone begin to take priority. None of these are bad on their own, but if she constantly feels like she comes last, she will eventually stop trying. When someone stops fighting for your attention, they begin to pull away emotionally. That's when the relationship starts weakening. The solution is simple: make time. Show her she matters. You don't have to give up your independence, but you do need to show that the relationship is important. Another issue is lack of direction. Leadership in a relationship isn't about control, it's about having purpose and taking initiative. If she feels like she has to carry everything, make all decisions, and push things forward alone, it becomes exhausting. Over time, that exhaustion slowly kills attraction. To avoid this, take initiative, set goals, make decisions, and follow through. Show that you have direction in life. Leadership isn't dominance, it's stability and clarity. When you provide that, the relationship feels stronger and more balanced. Unresolved conflict is another big factor. Arguments are normal, every couple disagrees. But the real problem is when issues never get resolved. The same problems keep repeating. Nothing changes, nothing improves. Eventually, one person loses hope that things will ever get better. Once hope is gone, emotional distance grows fast. To prevent this, stop trying to win arguments. Focus on solving problems together. Work as a team. Understand each other. That shift alone can change everything. Loss of attraction also plays a role. Attraction isn't just physical, it includes confidence, energy, purpose, and growth. When someone becomes too comfortable in a negative way and stops improving themselves, attraction slowly fades. People are naturally drawn to those who are growing and evolving. To maintain attraction, keep working on yourself. Improve physically, mentally, and emotionally. Growth keeps the relationship alive. Staying stagnant weakens it over time. Another reason is emotional unsafety. If someone constantly feels judged, criticized, or controlled, they start associating the relationship with stress. When that happens, emotional walls go up. And once those walls are built, they're hard to bring down. People protect themselves from what feels unsafe. To avoid this, create a safe space, encourage honesty, allow vulnerability, make it okay to express feelings without fear. When someone feels safe, they open up more and the relationship becomes stronger. Sometimes another person enters the picture. It doesn't always happen, but when it does, it's usually not the main cause. It's often a result of existing problems. When emotional connection weakens, outside attention becomes more appealing. It doesn't justify it, but it explains it. The best way to prevent this is to protect the emotional connection within your relationship. Stay connected, stay engaged. Don't let distance grow. Another important point is that she may have already processed the breakup. Women often reflect deeply before making decisions. They think, analyze, and imagine different outcomes. So when the breakup happens, it feels sudden to you, but for her, it's been building for a long time. To avoid this, pay attention to small changes. Notice shifts in behavior and communication. These signs often point to deeper issues. Ignoring them only makes things worse. Growth differences also matter. If one person is evolving and the other stays the same, a gap forms. At first it's small, but over time it grows. Eventually, the relationship may start feeling limiting instead of supportive. The solution is simple. Keep growing, always. Growth keeps both partners aligned and moving forward together. Feeling taken for granted is another issue. In the beginning, appreciation is strong. Over time, it fades. When someone feels unseen, resentment builds quietly. To fix this, show appreciation regularly. Small gestures matter. Never assume they know how much you value them. Say it. Show it. Lack of intimacy can also create distance. Physical connection often reflects emotional connection. When intimacy fades, emotional distance grows. Keep communication open. Prioritize closeness. Stay connected both emotionally and physically. Broken promises also damage relationships. Every time someone says they'll change but doesn't, trust weakens. Eventually, words lose meaning. Focus on actions, not words. Don't just promise change, show it consistently. Finally, feeling lonely in a relationship is one of the hardest experiences. Being with someone but still feeling alone creates deep emptiness. To prevent this, stay emotionally present. Talk, connect, spend time together. Relationships don't suddenly break, they slowly fade. But with awareness, effort, and consistency, they can be strengthened every single day.